Joe LaCosta. Today I'm going to show you how to eat snow crab. Here, your standard snow crab cluster. There's a certain way to open each part. I'm going to start with the last leg, the crack off on the side. And then you have some meat, typically right on the end. You just pull that out with your finger. And butter is key, very important. Great. And you crack off at the knuckle. Throw that away. And you go to the next knuckle. You bend at an angle to crack the knuckle. And you'll pull out the inside. This is just, I don't know what it's called, but it's not part you eat. Then you'll take the piece of crab that's left. You'll crack it very gently, both directions. And then gently pull it apart so as not to break the actual meat inside. You can slide it out, and this is the tastiest part of the crab right here. I'll put this aside and eat that in a little bit. Next, you go to the next knuckle, crack the knuckle, and sometimes you'll be able to get all of it out, still attached to the, I don't know what the equivalent term would be, and then slide it off. Eat that in a moment too. The last part is usually the hardest to get any meat out of. What I'm going to do is crack it right at the end so that it's still attached to the end. And you can slide it out very gently. Oh, this one might give. Oh, this one broke. So we got part of it. You can slide that out. There's nothing left in there. Now, the little fork that they see, they always have a lemon on. Get it like this. I don't know what you use the lemon for. I don't ever use it. Now you're going to take the fork and slide it down the center and pull up, kind of like a knife. And this splits the whole shell down the middle. And then you can get that little bit of meat that's in here if you're really trying to get every last bite out of this crab. And there's nothing left here. Now, the rest of the legs are essentially the same, just get steadily larger. Now the claw leg starts off the same. Pull the meat off at the end. You break at the cluster. You'll get a little bit out of that actual knuckle. You'll break at the knuckle just like we did before. You'll see the inside part come out. Here's where your next tool comes in, the cracker. Use the cracker just to break the shell, but not to completely particleize it. You just want to make it easy enough for you to break it open. You'll typically find most of the meat towards the end where the knuckle was, because it pulled in that direction. Very tender piece of meat right here. And again, the knuckle. If you really want to work hard and get the little bit of meat out of this knuckle, do the same way as we talked about before. Get it to crack. There's that crack. Peel off the end, and you can get this tiny little piece out. Again, if you really want to work hard for it. But sometimes those pieces you work really hard for are the tastiest. Alright, now to open the claw, you're going to pull the claw out until it cracks, and then you slide it out. There may be a little bit of meat on here, but usually there's nothing left on this part. Now again, just like we did the other part of this claw, you're going to just apply some pressure to crack it without breaking it completely apart. So you see there's a crack formed here, and then you can actually kind of peel the shell away, exposing the meat inside. So if you do it right, you get a nice solid chunk just like this. So here's what we got out of one small leg and one claw leg. And then, of course, the key here, gotta use lots of butter.